aren't we talking about white on white crime? Now, white on white crime is just as much of an issue, if not a bigger issue, than black on black crime. And I'm going to show you some data because I'm not going to just spew stupidity. I'll actually look these things up. And the thing of it is I don't have to have things in my head. I already know what the truth is. Let me fix my camera. Hey guys, so I'm coming on here because I want to talk a little bit about this this fallacy of black on black crime that we're always hearing. And we hear it especially now whenever black people complain about white violence against black people, specifically because of their race. You always hear this rhetoric of what about black on black crime? Why is it that black people only care when a black person dies by a white person, et cetera, et cetera. So we already know the right-wing rhetoric that is wholly false. Unfortunately, a lot of black people buy into this idiocy as well. They buy into the manipulation. They fall prey to the mind games that the media shows. Now, the media, by doing this, they're simply only doing what they're there to do. I always say that propaganda would not be effective if it weren't for the majority of people being incredibly stupid, unwilling to do research of their own, and having a willingness to believe anything as long as it fits a rhetoric that they want to believe of this data. Because it's interesting how people can holler out black on black crime, but it's so convenient that they just never understand that white on white crime is a bigger issue, actually. And I'm actually going to show you a number of different charts just to illustrate this point, because I don't want to sit here and just give in to meaningless rhetoric that doesn't serve a purpose. I want to get to the heart of the matter. So now, as everybody who can see this, even the white supremacist trolls, this is from the FBI website, the Uniform Crime Report, okay? This is Crime in the United States 2013. This is the most recent one you're going to find, because they don't do it on a year-to-year basis. They wait till a couple years and then they detail them. So the thing of it is, this isn't the only chart I'm going to show you. Now, when we go to here, this says murder, race, ethnicity, and sex of the victim by race, ethnicity, and sex of the offender. Now, if you go by here and you go race of the victim, you see white, and then you see the total amount of murders was 3,005. The race of the offender, go to white, 2,509 of them were killed by white. 409 of them were killed by black people. So you see, most white people are being killed by other white people. Okay, now, if you go, because this is why I'm telling you, the reason why people commit crimes within their race is because they're segregated. That's who they live next to. Now, look, black people, race of the victim, 2,491. Race of the offender was 189. Race of the offender for black people was 2,245. So obviously, you see the theme. The common theme is white people commit most crimes against white people. Black people commit crimes against black people. Let's go to other races. Total 159. White were 32. Black were 27. Other was 96. So whoever those other races of people are, they're also getting crimes perpetuated against them by the same people that look like them. Unknown race, 68 total. 25 were white, 17 were black. In this case, whatever this other unknown race is, white people are actually committing more crimes against them. So if they're not killing each other, they're killing other people. Let's go to sex of the offender. Yeah, this says sex offenders, or sex of the offenders. Male, white males, out of the 3,005 of those total murders, 2,661 of them were committed by other white males. So if there is any bigger threat to white people, it's not black people, it's other white males. So you would wonder why these cops aren't out here targeting other white males, considering they're more likely to get killed or harmed by another white male than they are by a black male. If you go to even with the black men, even if you go to black of the crimes, 2,491 total. Out of those, they were black males. So if you see the theme, men commit more crimes, obviously more crimes than females, and most races of people, all races of people, commit more crimes against their own people than anyone else. Period. Now I'm going to go to another. I want to go to another thing, and the funny thing is, if you guys know who Jared Taylor is, he's actually a white supremacist. So the funny thing is he puts stuff on his own website to incriminate his own race of people. So now let's go to this white supremacist who actually put this whole article together, and I'll leave these in a description box. But look, let's look at his theme. Choice of victims by white violent offenders, 2012 to 2013. So 82.4% of crimes against other white people are committed by white people. Look at black victims, choice of victims by white people. So that just means white people prefer to kill their own group of people. So because it says there 3.6 of them are black, 7.8% of them are Hispanic. So white people, we know the highest amount of crime that they want to commit is against other white people and against Hispanics. But you never hear this outrage about white on white crime. And the funny thing is even if you look down here, black people are killing less black people than white people are killing white people. So white on white crime is a huge issue, but you just hear about black on black crime.